So I saw this comment asking the difference between stopping eating when you're satisfied versus stopping eating when you're full, and eating past satisfaction to the point of extreme fullness. So it's kind of a lot to unpack here. I think it's always good to start with why. So asking yourself why, like why are you eating a certain food to the point of being extremely full? And this is going to be different in each situation. Did you wait until you were ravenously hungry, and now you're like survival eating, like primal eating? Is this a food that you put restrictions on for a really long time that you've labeled as a bad food or an unhealthy food that you can never eat, and now have the floodgates kind of opened and now you can't stop, and now you've eaten until you're physically ill? So I think it's always good to start with why. So why are you eating to this point, and just asking yourself that. And then the other thing is also looking at each eating experience as an opportunity to learn about your body and to learn about your preferences, and going in with curiosity as well, again, which I think is also asking why. So when you start eating, asking yourself, okay, you know what, I'm gonna eat this food, I'm craving this food, I'm gonna eat this food. Let's say it's ice cream, right? So a pint of ice cream and Haagen-Dazs, the jam, the coconut pineapple jam. So you start eating it and you've put this food in this restricted zone, and you shouldn't eat it, and now you started to eat it. So you're going to start eating intuitively. You're going to allow yourself to eat it. Before you start eating it, ask yourself about prior experiences. So the last time that I ate a pint of ice cream, I finished the entire pint. And how did I feel afterwards? I felt physically ill. I just had like a stomach ache. It was just too much on my digestion to have, that much ice cream in my system at once. And I felt gross. I felt gross for hours later. Do I want to feel like that again? And remember, you have full permission to eat as much ice cream as you want to. Again, if you want to feel that way. So do you want to eat until you're energized and satisfied? And that's where I think it kind of comes in. Or do you want to eat to the point where you feel physically full and sick? So there's that, also going in with curiosity and using past experiences. And then there's your physical hunger and fullness cues, and like what you're eating and what you're hungry for. And your physical hunger and fullness cues can be, for more or less a word to give it, like broken. Like they can be broken after years of dieting, after years of restriction. They can be silenced. If you ignore your hunger long enough, it's just going to be silenced. And if you eat to the point of fullness long enough, like you just are never going to have that turn off signal. So that can take a lot of work. That can be really deep intuitive eating work. But I think the first two frameworks of, thinking why do I eat to this point? And how can I use my past experiences to kind of guide me and just kind of eat till I'm energized? And then when you hit your satisfaction factor, it's different experiences. It could be mouthfeel. Like if you're eating ice cream and like the inside of your mouth is literally frozen, your lips are frozen, you're not even enjoying it anymore. You can't even taste anything because it's so cold anymore. You might, now might be a good time to kind of stop and pause and ask myself, like, do I really need to continue eating more of this? And how will I feel if I do? So I hope that's helpful. And if you want more tips on how to ditch dieting and start intuitively eating, and honoring your health, follow me.